Hey, welcome back to Assetto Corsa. Um, go ahead and get on the road here. This is the Transfăgărășan Highway, and back in February we drove the Simtrax version of this, and I happened to spot this on Overtake. A guy has a Patreon page for the full version, which I am driving, but also on Overtake a light version, which has all the same maps, but I haven't quite figured out what the limitations are on the limited maps. I seem to be able to go where I wanted to go with the light version. So it may be quality improvements in the full version, or it may be something that I just overlooked in the light version. Still, worth looking at. This is probably one of the most picturesque and dangerous highways in all the world. And the Simtrax version claims to be laser scanned goodness. They're actually working on an update to the Simtrax version that's LiDAR based, which I've not seen. I've talked about Simtrax before. They're more about hype than they are delivery, in my experience thus far. Regardless, this is a completely different version, and the author is very clear about the fact that does not look for picture-perfect authenticity or marriage to what the road actually looks like. It's all about visual appeal, which is an interesting approach. You have the option in Assetto Corsa to be hyper-realistic, or you can go with what's fun, and this is more about what's fun. But thought I'd drive it. You can go back and look. I think it's February 17th, I believe, is when I drove the Simtrax version. And it was winter, so it was quite a snowy little drive, I believe, if I'm remembering it correctly. It was a lot of fun. It was a decent track. It had a little bit of ward on it in terms of not being as polished as I might have wanted for something that I paid for. And this one has some oddities to it, but they're not overwhelming. The other thing is that the Simtrax version that I drove previously was a paid version, was only just under 15 miles of road surface, and this is just under 24. So getting a little bit more drive in this version, which you're paying for something. It's not a lot. I think it was $8 to buy the track. Let's face it, that's almost as much as a coffee out these days. Or half of a burger out. The other thing that I'm unable to get the map to actually work quite right, it's displaying a map, but it's not showing you where I am on the map. I started at the south tip, presumably. I'm driving south to north. We got a sunrise coming up in the east here. This is a nice drive, though. Had an itch on the side of my face. Didn't mean to hit the mic. Sorry. Sort of know where I am. It's an odd thing to say. I just popped up on the map. That's very strange. There's a whole bunch of map that isn't on the map. I'll look into that. actually like to drive this in real life, man. That was it. 1226. And I think that this map just kind of falls off the face of the planet up here a little bit further. So that's a fun drive. And you can drive it like I drove it, south to north. You can drive it north to south. And there's another version that's just the downhill portion on the other side. Well, no, this side coming this way is the downhill. So that's kind of cool, kind of fun. 3 variations of the map. Like I said, I tried the light version and I did the downhill on the light version and couldn't tell you the difference. But obviously there's a lot to the south that I did not explore. So I don't know what the differences in the map are, but this was actually nice. It looked really nice. I liked the early start of it and the forest and the windy road, kind of sweepers and doing fun stuff. And then it got really tight and technical there towards the middle and the end. So a really great drive. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I do thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye now.
Spaß macht Rennsport.